The Supreme Court will later today bring finality to many years of protracted chieftaincy conflict in the northern region town of Bimbilla. The conflict has claimed many lives and destroyed several properties worth thousands of Ghana cedis. Now, there's heavy security presence currently there to ensure there are no disturbances before, during and after the judgment. My colleague Seth Kwame Boateng produced a documentary, Bullets or the Skin, 2 years ago, which highlighted the effects of the conflict on the lives of the people. He has been engaging residents of Bimbilla ahead of the ruling. Let's watch this, and when we return, we'll speak to Martina Bugri, who is in Bimbilla right now, to gauge the mood or the atmosphere there.
For 15 years, the sounds of gunshots have rung through the homes of many living in Bimbilla in this fight between two families from the same gate. Scores of people have been killed and several children have become orphans as a result of the conflict. A struggle between the Nakwana family and the Dasana family from the same gate over who becomes the next king is the cause of the violence, as Reverend Father Michael Cobb of the Yendi Peace Center tells me.
It happened after the 1999, after the death of the sitting chief, Nabaraka. There was a need for a successor, and once it's the rotational gate matter, it went to the other gate, that is the Bumaili. But efforts to get a substantive chief has always been difficult, from one court to another court to another court.
The murder of Andani Dasana Abdullahi in his palace on the 19th of June 2014 further deepened the conflict. The chief was assassinated shortly after evening Muslim prayers. The town is currently under a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, and it has been so for many years to avert further bloodshed and destruction of properties. This has affected everything from business through to education and health.
We want peace, no more war. We want peace.
The residents, especially the youth, say they are tired of this conflict and are demanding peace. So ahead of this make or break Supreme Court ruling, the youth from both sides have come together appealing to all to accept the verdict.
Bimbilla is our land. What is happening is not going into anybody's favor. The roots, the aged, the people are being grounded to a halt. Businesses have come to a halt over the counterproductive curfew that have been imposed on the people. Farmers are crying. The students, like you talked about, life here in Accra is not easy. We have been here struggling. The image the media has given to Bimbilla is affecting almost all of us. That is why we are passionately appealing to everybody. The time has come, like you rightly say, break or a makeup. We must look beyond the future. We must look at the future of the unknown.
My heart bleeds when I look at the rippling effects of this conflict over time. People might not see the effects now, even though some have already manifested. But looking into the future, there are more things that we have to ponder over. Let's take a quick example as to the businesses in Bimbilla. Most businesses have collapsed due to this conflict, and I'm preaching that my parents out there, my uncles, my grandparents, my fellow women especially, because we are most vulnerable when it comes to war. We can't fight, so let us be a catalyst to preaching peace and development.
I'm appealing to my grandparents, my parents, my colleague youth, women, everybody. Let us choose peace. Let us embrace peace. We are one family. You are either related through marriage or through any other family relations. Everybody knows everybody.
Member of Parliament for the area, Dominic Nitu, is anxious, but he believes all the sides will welcome the outcome and ensure that peace returns to Bimbilla.
If I say I'm not anxious, then I would not be telling the truth. I am. But like I said, I have positive reviews about the Supreme Court. I have a lot of confidence in what they do, a lot of confidence in the judges, and I believe that they'll give a ruling that will bring finality to the area, will bring peace to the people, and all of us will be happy the day after. So I appeal to the people, and I appeal to the supporters, I appeal to the contenders, I appeal to even well-wishers that whatever the Supreme Court finally sees, we should say glory to the Almighty.
It is no secret that Bimbilla needs peace. Peace to ensure development for the town, to bring back the smiles on the faces of children and adults here, whose lives have been marred by the decades-old conflict. For JoyNews, this is Seth Kwame Boateng.
And as a follow-up, we have to go get to know what the atmosphere is in Bimbilla, where we have Martina Bugri. Martina, good morning to you.
Roland?
Yeah, are the youth really looking forward to the verdict of the court today?
Yes, they are. Speaking to most of the youth in the town, they are aware the verdict is today and they are prepared for it. They are hoping that it will come out and then there will be lasting peace. They see this verdict as an economic verdict because over the years they say they have lost in terms of economic development and general development. The town has retarded, and so they believe that if this verdict is pronounced, it will bring finality to this age-long conflict.
Oh, it's good that you keep mentioning the verdict. I was speaking to Sir Kwame Boateng yesterday, and I spoke to a number of indigents from Bimbilla, and they seem to use the phrase, this is a make or break verdict. Why is that so?
They believe that it's gone through the various processes, and that is the final stage. And so that is the final stage. If this verdict is out, it means that whether you like it or not, you should accept the verdict. That is what they see.
Okay. In what way, if the verdict should go, would it be an advantage or disadvantage, or could raise concerns or criticism on either side of the parties?
Speaking to both sides, they think that, look, they have come a long way, and so they all need peace. It doesn't matter who wins. They would re-strategize as a family, as a people, and move on. That is the sense I get speaking to them.
All right. We'll try and touch base with you again because we know you're in the town. You're getting the latest for us. But do we have the security agencies there? What sort of security also has been provided? Do we have the MCE or the DCs and the minister for the region also present to make sure that they keep the peace?
Security is really tight. Just last night there were several patrols. Even this morning there have been several patrols. Joint forces of military and police. I'm told they have close to about 200 security personnel deployed in the town. So at various points you have police officers, military officers around, and especially the various chief palaces. The DCE, I spoke to him, and he says that he believes that nothing untoward would happen after the verdict.
Well, thank you, Martina Bugri. Martina Bugri was stationed in Bimbilla, and we'll bring you the outcome of that court verdict later in regular programming on the channel.